day we love each other thing, man. Like, I mean, okay, cool. Yes, every day you're supposed to love each other. But there are going to be moments that you don't love that person. It doesn't mean that's the end of the road. It doesn't mean we're done, we don't belong together. It just means right now at that moment, y'all upset with each other. Y'all going through something. Whatever the phase, whatever the mistake is, whatever was said, whatever was done, it's going to happen. Now, the trick with that is, do you let that bring you down? Do you let that take away everything that you work so hard for? Depends on what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you will never have a situation where I ain't never leaving, we ain't never gonna be mad at each other. Nah, fuck that. Sometimes you gotta let that out. It's time to start understanding. Why both y'all into it? What is really the problem? Why are y'all arguing? Why are y'all fighting? What is the nitty gritty? What is the misunderstanding? All right. John said, he said, I know I misbehaved and you made your mistakes and we both got room left to grow. And though love sometimes hurts, I still put you first. Notice the balance. He said, I misbehave and you've made your mistakes. In the first fight, your ego wants to paint you as the victim and them as the villain. Stop it. Stop it right now. It takes two to wreck a home. Reconciliation cannot happen until both people admit their contribution to the crash. You said this, I said that, boom, here we are. You did this, I did that, boom, here we are. All right? You can't fix anything if now listen. There are gonna be times where a person does absolutely nothing and the crash happens. Sometimes it will be a one-person crash. Don't get it twisted. Every argument doesn't start with two people. Sometimes it's a one-person crash and a one person just crashed out because of something that they said, something that they seen, something that triggered them. They saw something, they read something, they heard something. So a lot of times it isn't going to be a two-person crash. Sometimes it's just one person. But in the case that it is a two-person crash, right? I was wrong. This is what happened. This is my point of view. This is why it went left. This is why I said what I said. This is why I did what I did. I'm sorry if our lines got crossed up. Boom. Take it like that. When you come in, this shit your fault. You did that. You said this, so I ain't got blah, blah, blah. You adding fuel to the fire. Sometimes you got to know when to pick your battles. All right? You got to know when to pick your battles. You got to be mature enough to say, you know what, I was wrong too. Even before you demand an apology. I mean, it's cool to get an apology. That's great. But you got to be mature enough to know, hey, listen, I was wrong. My bad. I'm sorry. Though love sometimes hurts, I still put you first. This is the definition of commitment. I'm going to tell you why. Anytime you into it, and you angry, and that causes you to go out, mess around, the love is not really there. Now, when you angry and you still do the little things to show that you still care, still making sure they good, you still, y'all might be mad at each other. Y'all might not be talking. But you still care. It's raining outside. You still get them an umbrella. Y'all going somewhere. You still opening their doors and closing their doors. there's still a sense of care there. You know what I'm saying? He basically saying no matter what, even when we beefing, I'm gonna put you first. I'm not gonna stress a trip or, you know what I'm saying, get mad and forget my love for you just because we into it. You know what I'm saying? You are hurt, you are angry, but you still prioritize their well-being. Even when you're mad, you don't attack their character. You don't hit below the belt. You put the person above the problem. And I think that's what a lot of times I went wrong at, because listen, when you wrong, you wrong. I was never the sugarcoater, when sometimes some situations should have called me to be the sugarcoater. But sometimes if your anger is more important than your heart, you failed the test. Plain and simple, you failed it. So I think a lot of times what it is when we get upset, we be scared to admit that we upset. We be scared to admit that we're wrong. And then a lot of times you have situations where you know you wrong and you petty. You don't care. You just want to win. See, arguments sometimes can be, I just want to win. I just want to be mad. So I'm going to be mad. I'm going to do a lot of shit to get on your nerves because I ain't in the wrong. It ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? So I see that shit sometimes and I'll be like, yo, all right, cool. I know where this is going. I'm going to stop this before I get there. I know where it's going. That's when maturity kicks in. You got to kick in with maturity. All right. When he said, this ain't a movie, no fairy tale conclusion. Stop trying to live a script that was written by people who get paid to lie. All right. Real relationships don't have a perfect 90-minute or 60-minute arc. They have confusing days. They have rough days. They have up days. They have 2 weeks of you don't know what's going on and 2 weeks of misunderstanding and a month of this and a month of that. If you demand a fairy tale conclusion every night, you are creating a nightmare. Sometimes you got to embrace the confusion as part of the process. It's okay to be confused sometimes. Everybody don't have the answer to every little thing. Stop thinking that you know everything. Even it doesn't matter how long you've been with somebody. If you don't know it, you don't know it. Stop thinking that you know everything. All right. Heaven sent you back to hell again. Sometimes it's heaven sent. Then we head back to hell again. The whiplash is real. 1 minute y'all all good. The next minute you're just screaming. The test is, can you navigate the hell without burning the bridge back to heaven? Can we go through hell, go through a minor, dust up, and still have that line of communication open and get back to heaven? You have to learn to ride the waves before jumping off the boat. You got people out here ready to jump off the boat at first argument. Stability isn't the absence of waves, okay? It's the strength of the boat. So when you look at it like that, right, it's okay to be in tour with somebody. Don't let it knock you off your ship. That boat gotta be strong as hell. Them waves gonna be heavy. But that boat gonna be stronger because it's two people. It's two people focusing on making it better. So sometimes you do run into a sinking ship. You do run into issues. You do run into fights that you can't necessarily get yourself out of. I've seen it. Hell, I've been through it. So I think the real thing is when he said, we're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. Maybe we should take it slow. When we fight, we speed up. We yell faster. We interrupt. We rush to a breakup. Take it slow. Take the argument slow. Slow down the argument. Pause before you speak. Take a 20-minute time out. You don't have to solve the issue that night, that moment. You just have to agree not to make it worse. All right? Speed kills relationships. Slowness, in most cases, saves them. All right. We are just ordinary people. De-pedestal your partner. Stop. Remember what I told y'all. Stop dehumanizing your love. They are just a person. They have trauma. They have bad days. They have fears, just like you. All right. When you accept that they are ordinary, it becomes easier to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Their mistakes don't feel like personal attacks. You stop expecting them to be a god and you start loving them as a human. Facts. The grace in that, right? That's the secret sauce. Straight up. You gotta start moving as human. Like, I get it. That's your girl. That's your lady. That's your man. You love them. You feel good about them. Everything works. Everything is gorgeous about them. They just human. Maybe we'll live and learn. Maybe we'll crash and burn. Maybe we'll grow. Maybe we'll know. Maybe we'll crash and burn. You have to accept risk. You can't fully love if you're terrified of failing. Look at the flip side, right? Listen to what he said. Maybe we'll grow. The only way to get growth is to risk the crash. The test asks, are you brave enough to stay in the car when it starts swerving? Trusting that one of y'all or both of y'all can steer it back to the road. Can you? Would you? You know what I'm saying? Do you trust that? Do you trust that? Do you trust the driver? If you're not driving, do you trust the driving? Do you trust the driver? If y'all start swerving off the lane, do you trust him? As our love advances, we take second chances. You cannot advance without forgiveness. If you are one strike and you're out, you'll be single forever. Straight up. As you level up, advance, the challenges will get harder, and that grace must get deeper though. You got to put in deeper grace. You have to be an expert in second chances if you want to make it to the finish line. The first fight is rough. It is. But if it's something simple, and sometimes I think it's cool to get the first fight out the way, because the next time that you get into a fight, you'll know how to handle it. Y'all can't yell and scream and curse each other and fuck each other things and shit up. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You just can't. Don't do it. I think a lot of times though, people use things to attack instead of using things to defend. So when you go through them stages of you know what I'm saying, y'all get into it, everybody be trying to hit below the belt to win. Why don't y'all not hit below the belt? Why don't y'all just find a better situation to solve the issue? I think it'll work out for you a lot better if you did that. All right. A relationship without arguments is a relationship without honesty. I'm not going to hold you. The goal is to never to fight, right? The goal is to never fight to destroy. You got to fight to build. You know, the real explanation for all of this is simple. Your partner is ordinary and so are you. That's the beauty. You know what I'm saying? You get to be messy together. Stop looking for a fairy tale and start building in real life. All right? Take it slow. Take your time. Breathe. All right? If this ain't the right time to have the conversation and y'all just feeling anger and shit inside, all right, take a breath. Take a step back. Come back in it. You know what I'm saying? Don't, like I said earlier, you don't have to solve the issue right now. You don't have to fix the issue right now. All right? If you gotta, you don't have to move, solve all the issues today. And I think that's where a lot of times people fuck up at. They expect themselves and the problems to be solved that moment, that day. Nah, you don't have to. You can sleep on it. Long as y'all agree to not like stay out all night or leave angry or nothing like that. I feel like anything can be handled. Don't get it twisted, man. You're gonna have moments where you feel like you've tried everything and it's just not working. You and that person, y'all not seeing eye to eye. It's not working. And sometimes, I mean, yeah, there will be situations where y'all have to stop talking. Y'all have to walk away from each other. Y'all have to stop talking. Y'all have to do your own thing, be in your own space, because the situation is not going to get worse if you got two people trying to get their point across and neither one is listening to the other. So there are times, yes, I will remove myself. Absolutely. I remove myself from the situation. If we not in the same house, in the same space at the time, I will go radio silent. I'm not going to hold you. And it's not because I don't want it or I don't want her or we ain't going to be together. I want to stop myself from taking it too far. So if I have to be silent because I'm from the old school, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. I'm from that. I'm from the school of that. So I'd rather cut it off, back up, stop arguing, stop fighting. Just don't say nothing. Let you get it all out. Like they'll tell you, anybody that I've dealt with, they will tell you, I will not argue with you. There will be a moment in time where I will sit here and I will let you talk. Like you could be in my face and I will listen. I won't intervene. I won't jump. I won't do none of that. I will sit here and I will listen. I will let you get it all out. And then if I feel like I got something to say, because I'm keeping a mental note of all the things I want to counter. So I just keep a mental note and I just let you talk. And then when it's my turn to talk, if I feel like you're not going to give me the same grace, then I'll immediately stop talking. And I think with women, you gotta let them vent. That's one thing that I've always noticed. You gotta let women vent, because what I've learned is you won't win a fight with them. It's in their genes that they are never wrong. So my trick is I play into that. I will let you talk. I will let you vent. And then hopefully when you're done, you'll give me a chance to hear my side. But we're living in 2025. A lot of people don't listen to hear, or listen to understand. They listen to react. So what I've learned is, man, I will just let you in my mind, I'm picking my battles. Is this battle worth me going back and forth about? Probably not. Because I don't like arguing. I think it's stupid. I think you wasting time and you sitting here arguing over stupid shit when you could be doing something else. So I don't spend my time arguing and being mad. Like, that shit weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna argue with you. I'm not finna be into it with you. I just feel like it's just a waste of time to be sitting here going through that shit, and I'm not doing it. You know? And that's generally where I'm at with it. Like, I believe in communication. I believe in conversation. I believe in understanding. And I believe that if we can't be two people that can't sit down and have a conversation, then yeah, I tend to not want to be around. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the waste of time arguing with somebody, and it's a waste of time. It is. It's a waste of time. We arguing, we into it, we beefing. It's a waste of time. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When you sitting here and you going through it and you arguing, I think I don't like arguing. I don't like arguing. I think it's just dumb. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna tell you nothing that I have never experienced. I hate arguing. It does something to my soul that just irks me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at it, you're like, all right, cool. You spend all that time arguing, and then it's like, all right, cool. What we doing? I think a lot of times too, though, the moment that both of us stop trying to be right about everything that's going on, everything works out. And I think that's the scary part about all of this, because a lot of times people get scared to just say, you know what? I don't want to beef no more. I don't want to be into it. I don't want to argue. I just don't want to do none of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth the fighting. It's not worth the argument. It's not worth. Don't nobody want to keep doing that shit. We don't. Don't nobody want to keep arguing and fighting over nothing. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is just the first one. This is the first one. Like, the first one is the tone setter. It sets the tone on the rest of y'all fights and arguments, because how y'all handle this one, you know, how y'all handle this one, it might not be hard like the rest. You know what I'm saying? It might not be hard. How y'all handle this one might be the easiest one. You know what I'm saying? The easiest one. But listen, January 10th, y'all already know how I'm coming. If you ain't been around me, you definitely gonna want to be around me for this. January 10th, we got a live show, Chicago, Illinois. Tickets are on sale. I'll explain all this live.eventbrite.com. Okay. Come check us out. Tomorrow, we done did the test. Now we doing the build, right? Tomorrow, the background for tomorrow is going to be probably one of the greatest love songs ever. Tomorrow, we're going to use Share My Life with Kim. Okay? We're going to move from dating. Like, after the test, you know y'all locked in. Y'all move past dating. We're done with dating. To partnership, deep vulnerability, you know, shit like that. Sharing financial goals, finances, fears, and, you know, integrating each other's lives. The decision to share your world completely is as a couple. It's on the horizon, man. I'm really getting to the point. You know what I'm saying? I'm really getting there. I'm pushing it. All right, so listen, tomorrow, Share My Life. Kim is the backdrop, man. We're gonna talk about it. Y'all already know what it is with me. I'm real simple. I'm real cut to the point. Y'all know what it is, man.